What? You've never seen a cool old beatnik before? Welcome to the order of Monday morning. Ooh. I hope you had I hope you survived the weekend. That's about what all I can say. But I guess we're lucky if we survive the weekend. Anyway, welcome. And I've got kind of a busy week uh, ahead of me, starting with Monday Night Magic class tonight. And tonight we're discussing the Lust card from the Thoth Tarot. And I have to prepare some slides and stuff like that. So that's Monday Night Magic class here in Sacramento. It's Monday Night Magic classes have always been totally free, except there's a donation basket, of course, conspicuously present. And we do it every Monday, whether anybody shows up or not. So if you're in Sacramento or the area and would like to attend, just leave me a note here on Facebook, and I'll send the information. Anyway, um, I'm going to share something. Uh, Ever since the pandemic, many of us have uh, sort of shifted our lives so that we can, more of us are working remotely from our own homes. And for a good 3 year period there, not all of us could get out very much out into the world, sort of changed our lifestyle. And as a matter of fact, that's why I started joining you every morning uh, on Facebook here, and by extension YouTube. Uh, just I've been doing it every day of the week, for over 3 years here. Uh, be that as it may, it gives you the opportunity to live a more solitary life, even if you're married, especially during the pandemic. Both couples are stuck with each other for a while. Uh, in Let's see here, hang on. In 2003, okay, 21 years ago, uh, I left a job in, I guess you'd say, corporate America, but that makes me sound like some kind of a blue collar or a white collar executive. Well, I was white collar, but I was hardly an executive. As a matter of fact, every day for over 9 years, I expected to get fired when they found out I was writing all these books at work. But anyway, in 2003, uh, I had the opportunity to sort of put on a modest uh, parachute. I wouldn't call it a golden parachute, but I had the opportunity to leave CB Richard Ellis, which is a large corporate real estate company, where I had a pretty responsible job handling a lot of money. Okay, and the only it was very easy, and it was only because I had gray hair and looked honest. I couldn't screw anything up, but not too badly, or I couldn't embezzle anything, but I could screw stuff up if I was really incompetent. And I quit before I had a chance to screw up that bad. But anyway, I had a chance to get out there, and I had a few books on the market, and I was already leaving work for literally weeks at a time to travel worldwide and lecture and things like that. So I saw the opportunity. I wasn't making enough money to quit my job, but I did it anyway. Okay, or I allowed them to let me go. Uh, and then since 2003, I've been home all day. And as much as we love each other, Constance and I have discovered that we can occasionally get on each other's nerves. Can you believe that? It's always my fault. Okay, she's easy to get along with, but I'm just terrible. One morning she woke up and said, "Let's play Monastery." And I said, "Yes, let's do." Let me begin by telling you that throughout our now 56 years of marriage so far, Constance and I have both routinely performed yogic and magical exercises and meditations. In our hippie days in Southern Oregon, we observed regular days of fasting and silence. We each have our own household altars and meditation areas. We each have our own personal mantras, prayers, and rituals that we use before meals, at bedtime, and upon arising. Daily spiritual practices and disciplines are nothing new to us. So when Constance suggested we play Monastery, I enthusiastically agreed to do it. And we kept up this program I'm about to describe for nearly 3 years. Of course, we don't do this anymore. We've just allowed ourselves to go insane. Okay. Did it help our magic or our marriage? We can't say for certain, but we're still magicians and we're still married. Here, there is actually a little picture of Constance's altar area. Right there. It's kind of hard to see. I'll hold it up for a second. I'm afraid my altar area is pretty much what you see in the background over there. So here's the rules of the Monastery of St. Constance, I call it. Sunrise Resh. We adore the sun at dawn by standing together facing east and reciting the morning section of Liber Resh, a solar adoration recommended for daily use by Thelemic magicians. And that's the Hail unto thee who art Ra in thy rising, even unto thee who art Ra in thy strength, who travellest over the heavens in thy bark at the uprising of the sun. Tahuti standeth in his splendor at the prow, and Rahur abideth at the helm. Hail unto thee from the abodes of night. And then there's one at noon for Ahathur and thy triumphing. And there's one at sunset, which is Tum and thy setting. And there's one at midnight for Kifra and thy hiding. Okay. Constance then rings the bell. So that's the next item here is morning bell. Constance rings the bell. And our bell is a small brass bell we've used in personal rituals since we were first married. We're very sentimental about such things. Then the morning period of silence. The ringing of the bell signals a period of complete silence. Any communication between us is strictly nonverbal. The silent period usually lasts from 2 to 3 hours until breakfast is prepared and we are ready to eat. Until then, we proceed with our morning devotions in strict silence. If you've never tried this, it's not only relaxing, but oddly liberating. If nothing else, it quickly proves how much of our daily chatter is completely useless, unproductive, and hurtful. And here's the morning devotionals. After taking turns in the bathroom, we only have one bathroom, okay? We begin our morning devotions. Constance begins by lighting a stick of incense and moving through the entire house in a clockwise direction, sensing and blessing each room. The sensing is accompanied by a profoundly simple ceremony, a breathing technique she developed whereby she projects her love with each exhalation of her breath and accepts the love of the universe with every inhalation. The house duly blessed and smelling great, she then retires upstairs to the loft, which also serves as my library. Obviously, this was our last house in Costa Mesa, where she has a small floor altar set up. There she lights a candle and sits down to perform pranayama. She ends her devotional period each morning by reading from what she calls her desert island books. And the footnote says, for most of our monastery years, these texts included the Holy Books of Thelema by Aleister Crowley, Treasure House of Images by J.F.C. Fuller, Metaphysical Meditations by Paramahansa Yogananda, and The Art of Peace by Morihei Ueshiba. Boy, I butchered that one, didn't I? Okay. Let's see. Constance then stands up and opens the loft window and blesses the entire neighborhood and the world. Then she blows out the candle and goes downstairs to do laundry, feed the cat, and make our breakfast. I told you she was a saint. While Constance does her thing in the house, I take my morning devotionals in the backyard patio. There I perform for all the neighbors to witness a not-so-quiet banishing pentagram ritual. Then I do a few stretches and sit down for a period of pranayama, followed by mentally chanting a mantra that I've developed. During the 3 years we play Monastery, my daily routine expanded and evolved considerably. My banishing developed into a combined ceremony of invocation and banishing that I still use to this day. My meditations continue until I hear the bell ring, which signals the end of the period of silence and breakfast. Breakfast. Constance insists, and who am I to argue with St. Constance, that we eat breakfast outside in the patio area of our backyard. We do this every day. No, we can no longer do that here, okay? The only exception to this is when it's raining hard. If it's just very cold or just sprinkling, we still eat outside. Will. Before eating, we break our period of silence by saying will over our food. One of us knocks 11 times, 353, with our knife or spoon or chopstick, and says, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law." The other answers, "What is thy will?" The first replies, "It's my will to eat and drink." The other asks, "To what end?" The first replies, "That my body may be fortified thereby." The other asks, "To what end?" The first replies, "That I may accomplish the great work." Then we both say together, "Love is the law, love under will." And the first ends by saying, "Fall to," and knocks once to end the ritual. After breakfast, We go about our day as we normally would if we were not playing Monastery, pausing only to say resh at noon, sunset, and midnight, and saying will at our meals. Noon resh. As close as possible, we stand together face south. And then we do that, Hail unto thee who art, but this time it's Ahathor in thy triumphing. And at sunset, Tum in thy setting, and at midnight, Kephra in thy hiding. We played Monastery like this for nearly 3 years, during which time our individual disciplines and devotional practices evolved considerably. Most dramatically, Constance incorporated Tai Chi to her morning practices, and I began walking, and then seriously walking. I should do more of that today. Okay. In doing so, I lost 150 pounds and most likely extended my life. Let's see, is that the end of it? That'd be a great ending if it was. Yeah, that's it. Okay, what kind of monastery could you plan? It doesn't have to be anything heroic. Doesn't have to take as much time out of your day as anything. But it's the routine that's important. And you'll find that once you're in the groove takes on a new life of its own, and so do you. Anyway, that's something for you to think about doing. Tomorrow will be parking lot Tuesday, so we may be joining you a little later in the day, but St. Constance always has something fun to say from the inside of the Volkswagen bus in some parking lot someplace. Until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself, be good to each other. Please feel free to tell me how good I look in my beret. And if you don't think I do, don't tell me. Okay, Constance has already told me not to wear my beret. She wears berets and she wears them well. Until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself, be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.